Hey everybody, it's Adam Papp again. Adam Helps Angelo show. We're switching things up this week, doing a little, we got a parallel parker. Okay, and he's decided not to actually. Thank you, sir. We're switching things up this week, doing kind of a low angle. My shoulder is getting a little tired from holding up the tripod, but we're still gonna try to help Angelo, and I think here he comes right now.
Hello, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It feels different with the low angle.
Yeah, it feels a lot better on the neck, though.
Here's my problem this week is, well, it's really simple, but it's very complicated. I'm sure you can relate to this one. A lot of people can. Money. Constantly broke. I think just our whole, society's made so that if you don't have money, you don't get dignity. You don't have a place to sleep. The police can run you off if you're homeless, and I'm constantly broke, and as a result, I constantly need to work, but I also hate work. So before I overload all the problems I'll tell you, let's just stick with the money thing. So I applied for food stamps again, or no, I didn't apply. I gave up. Put me in the wrong line. I was really pissed about that. The guy's like, go to the 5th column over there. You don't have to wait in line. Just sign up. I'm like, but there are people waiting in line. How do I go to the 5th column? Well, it turned out he meant the middle column. So I waited in line. Then the guy tells me, go to the middle column. I'm waiting for an hour. And I'm like, this is horrible. I could be working. So I gave up. So if they want you to get food, you have to basically go through the humiliation and indignity of turning in all your financial documents and waiting in line and following. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I refuse. So I'm constantly broke, and as a result, I have to manage my time and day very carefully. And it's a source of a lot of frustration and anger, and a lot of other people are broke too, and it makes me mad. So I'm thinking, how do I make money? How do I turn this whole thing that I'm doing into something that can be monetized a little bit? It is monetized, but how do I? There are those people who say, like, they came out of prison, started business. They come from refugee camps, started businesses. I'm like, how stupid am I if I can't figure it out? So Adam, can you help me?
Well, you kind of answered your own question. The only way you're ever going to make any money is working for yourself. You're never going to make a dime as a wage slave. You may have a comfortable living or whatever, but you'll fall behind, or it'll be hard to keep up, and you're not going to ever really better your situation. So you do have the right idea, the entrepreneurial spirit. That's the only good thing about capitalism. Well, there's a couple good things about it, but the really the redeeming part of it is that, unlike, because what if we were sitting in some serfdom back in the Middle Ages, and you were sitting on your plow, and you're like, man, I hate that king. He's always making us, work the land, and he's taking all of our grain.
It's true.
Well, there's nothing you could do about that. You're not going to ever become royalty. That's never going to happen. At least in a capitalist society, if you can crack the code, if you can start your own business and be entrepreneurial, you might actually get out of your circumstances. So you just have to keep at it, because the thing that all these people who have made it have in common is they never quit. So if you quit, that's the only guarantee that nothing ever is never going to happen here. So you really need you need to keep at it, start your own business. Again, easier said than done sometimes, but you're already kind of doing it because you have the videos and you're making your thing.
Merch.
But merch, yeah, you got merch, so there you go. So you're already doing it. But with entertainment, you just got to scale it up, which is the difficult part. And trust me, if I knew how to do that, I wouldn't be sitting on the hood of your car talking to you.
So maybe a live show, I don't know. Thinking, someday maybe I should do some kind of the Flying Over Trout / Angelo's Mom live show. I don't know. But another thing is, I'm thinking, okay, my time is so scattered. That's a problem with starting a business, and I need to focus on certain things. So I'm writing screenplays. That's coming along. But I need to learn more movie skills as well. And it's like, how am I do that? How do I do that and write the screenplays, go to the gym, get food, shoot videos, work on movies, and like actually make any progress? It's very frustrating, and it makes me want to think, well, just give up, because it's pointless. And then you might work on a movie where you barely make any money, barely make the money you need in order to, secure a little time to work on my own project, fund my own film. So, Adam, do you still stand by what you said?
Yes, I do. I stand by everything I've ever said. I'm just kind of like that. I don't. You got to compartmentalize your time, make the priorities. For instance, people always say to me, they're like, "Oh, Adam, you know all this stuff. You should write a book." Okay, well, that's not really good use of my time, just writing a book on spec that I'm hoping people will want to read. My time is better spent running my business, giving a tour, then I can monetize it. And then if I ever get, because I ever write a book, I want it to be like, you do the tour and you got a big book deal and they give you an advance and stuff. And then you're already famous and people want to read your book already. So not, it's all about like, prioritizing your time. And deciding like what is, because you can't do it all. So like, what is it going to be worth it to do your time? Obviously the videos, people watch these, it's monetizing. So like, this is a better use of your time. The screenplay thing, I mean, good on you if you can do it. But even if you finish the screenplay, then trying to get it made and paid for. Movies are very expensive for some reason. Although I'm convinced that it's a lot of hot air. You could make a movie for pretty cheap. But, and I'm not telling you not to do these things, but you just have to keep trying and keep out of it.
Can't tell me not to. I'll always keep doing them. I'll never quit.
So you said you wanted to give up, though.
I always want to give up, but
you can't
I never
give up.
do, and I can't. I need to do this.
Well, that's your problem, is you can't give up. You're compelled to do this.
I've been doing
but that's
it
not
for
a
10
problem.
years. No,
it's
that's
a solution.
That's meaningful. It's the greatest thing to me is to struggle through all this, even though touching on a previous episode's issue, loneliness, it makes me lonely. Other people get to enjoy their leisure time. I don't make leisure time. I was miserable today not having time, so I texted my friend Adam and I said, we got to do this talk show right now on the street.
Yeah.
And I drove straight over.
Yeah.
So I don't enjoy leisure time. Like, I don't want to just hang out with people. So it's like the weird catch of I broke, so I got to make money. I got to work all the time. And I'm miserable that I don't hang out with people. But even if I could, I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd be like, I'm burning through time. I need to work on this other stuff. And I'm like, so am I just missing out like my whole youth, my whole life to try and chase a few bucks to secure a better existence? Or is this, is this how the direction I need to go? And yeah, it actually does work, and it actually does make a difference.
Well, I have a saying I like to spout out from time to time. There are no problems, there are only solutions. So you say you have a problem, you don't have enough money, well, what's the solution? Get more money. How are you going to do, well, I got a problem, how am I going to get more money? Well, you could, I'm just throwing things out there, you could deliver pizzas, you could dress up like Spider-Man on Hollywood Boulevard, you could beg for money, you could get general relief. That's $200 a month. That's not a lot. But,
I applied for that. They said you
got to be broke.
Yeah, you got to have
$50
or less in your account. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you have to move stuff around and stuff. I mean, I've done the food stamp thing. It's like you do what you got to do. And you just have to have the confidence and faith that, like, even if you're not making a lot of money, you're at least doing what you want to do. Better off than, you're not digging ditches in the hot sun or something like that.
I'll tell you this. I am glad that we're doing this, because even this is a step on that path to success. Because I'm determined never, if this would get someone else down, I don't want it to get me down. And all this frustration and anger, it's something that's I'm going to work with and keep doing stuff. Because the worst thing is to just lose the moment to resentment and anger and not do anything.
Yeah.
So this stuff will keep going. And this is all I've ever been able to do, is keep making material through all the loneliness and being broke and living in Annandale and living in my car. And I'm convinced this is what's gonna work, and I gotta keep relationships going. I gotta keep connected to people. I didn't want a day to go by where it's like, well, I could have talked to Adam, but I was too miserable. I didn't want to say anything. Maybe he's busy, so there's no point. I never want to do that. Your thoughts.
Thanks for hitting me up. Yeah, I'm always trying to help you. I mean, I don't know how good this advice is. It seems like every week the problems get a little worse, but trying to help Angelo, trying to help any of you. If you're also named Angelo, I would also like to give you advice. This is Adam Helps Angelo, so kind of can only give advice to people named Angelo on this show. But I hope that Angelo's problems aren't your problems. I hope that you have a better life than him. It's a little more positive. But I'm gonna stick with you, Angelo. I'm gonna keep trying to help you, and I wish you the best. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. was Adam Helps Angelo.
Found a penny.
Hey, and Angelo just actually found a penny on the street, so things are already looking up. He manifested that fortune that he wanted, that abundance in his life, and that's all we can all really hope for. So thanks a lot.